Welcome back to the Jimmy Dore Show. My name is James Lee, filling in for Jimmy. Kurt had to go to a different show, but appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got one final bonus story for you guys. This is an interesting one where the Campbell's Soup, one of the VPs, was caught on a hot mic talking about engineered meat and chicken from a 3D printer. Let's take a listen here.
Former Campbell Soup Company employee is taking legal action against the food giant, and he's making some explosive allegations about one of its top executives. Good evening, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Those allegations are now at the center of a lawsuit claiming the company's vice president went on an hour-long tirade attacking the company's products and employees before taking aim at its customers.
And the former employee recorded it all. Eric Erickson shares that recording and what the company is saying about it.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit?
And that's just part of an over an hour-long rant, says former security analyst for Campbell's, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
The recording allegedly of Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally.
He has no filter.
Bally, along with another supervisor and Campbell Soup Company, named in a lawsuit filed Thursday. The suit claiming Bally made racist remarks, admits to coming to work high, and Garza fired for coming forward.
What do you think about the things that he was saying?
Oh, just pure disgust.
Garza said.
All right, so that we appreciate some people like that, just, for saying the quiet part out loud, because that's what we need to know, because Campbell Soup is not really real food. So let's find out what this 3D printed meat actually is.
The entire world will start eating meat printed by a printer, and we won't even be able to tell if it's real meat or not. This isn't a plot from Black Mirror, it's our reality unfolding. Here's why printed meat resembles real meat so closely. The 3D printers use special bioinks to create it. These bioinks are actually made from stem cells extracted from different animals depending on the desired type of meat: beef, pork, poultry, or even fish. In a laboratory, these cells then multiply, interact, and differentiate into the fat and muscle cells that make up bioink. These bioinks are then intricately layered by specialized 3D printers to construct meat products that closely mimic the texture, taste, and nutritional composition of traditional meats. This is identical to real beef, and when it is ready and served, even the smell is the same. Scientists claim that by using this technology, the environmental impact associated with conventional livestock farming will be greatly reduced.
It always seems to somehow come back to the environment, right? They're saying that we need to get rid of these cows because they're farting too much or whatever it is. And the whole goal is to basically, this is why there's also a war on farmers, is because they want these people, they meaning Bill Gates and all these people who have invested in all this engineered meat companies, they want you to buy this lab-grown meat versus actually eating just real food that we've been doing for thousands of years, because now they have a financial stake in doing so. Because if they can't, or one of the most important things for them to try to do is not only control how you think and all the surveillance and things like that we've talked about, but also to control the food supply. And this is how they're doing it. So let's take a look a little bit of who is actually, who might be the ones that are profiting from this. So there's a few different companies that are producing 3D meat printed products right now. One is called Redefined Meat, that is Israeli based, and they produce whole muscle cuts like steaks, brisket, and pulled pork. 2022, they raised $135 million to scale factories in Israel and the Netherlands, targeting global expansion. There's another company called Good Meat that's based in the U.S., specializes in 3D printed chicken nuggets and fillets. That sounds real good. From stem cells cultured into tissue and printed into structured forms. They received FDA and USDA approval in 2023. Let's see what else. Stakeholder Foods, Israeli-based as well. 3D printed steaks, fish fillets, grouper eel, and burgers using bioinks from cultivated cells or plant blends. Yeah, that sounds yummy. What else? Aleph Farms, also Israeli-based. What is this with the Israel-based companies? What are they trying to do here? Created the first 3D printed ribeye steak in 2023 using cultivated bovine cells layered in marbling. Their products emphasize premium cuts and have been approved for sale in Israel. They've partnered with 3D Systems for printing tech. OSEM, Nestle subsidiary, partnered with Savor Eat in 2022 to develop and launch a line of 3D printed plant-based burgers and kebabs. So not only just meat, but also plant-based as well. And then foodies. So this is a massive market, by the way. It is right now currently $179 million, but expected to grow 16.8% per year between now and 2032. With a projected market size of 692, so basically $700 million market by 2032, a massive market. So this is what they're after. I'm actually glad the Campbell's VP was so honest. So he's a bit of a loose cannon, because now we get to know some of the truth behind. You need, like Kurt was saying before he signed off, we need snitches. And I'm not sure if he was trying to snitch there on purpose or on purpose, but even so, now we know some of the truth, and this is kind of where we're headed. And we need to reject this. We need to say no to this. I know they're brainwashing us to think that there's some kind of environmental cause that we're championing by eating these things. I don't think that's necessarily the case here. So the message that I would like to leave everybody here with today is definitely focus on eating real food. You can't go wrong with real food, focusing on the truth, figuring out who's saying what's happening behind the scenes. Don't be fooled by just narratives and what people tell you that this is what's going on. Look a layer deeper. Who's benefiting from these kinds of things? Who might be pulling the strings? And as always, just, tune into the Jimmy Dore Show.
Come see me on tour in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Waikiki, Hawaii, and the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.